Welcome to another introduction video to Smart Retail. Today we're going to go through Stocktake. First up, we'll create the Stocktake, then we'll add to it manually, also via GMMobile and by a standalone PDE, as well as then editing the Stocktake counts, viewing evaluation, and finally applying the Stocktake. So first up, we'll go into our menu and then find Stocktake. When you open Stocktake, you'll see a list of all the open Stocktakes. We'll click New to start a new one, and then we can enter the description of the Stocktake. After clicking Save, you'll see the search bar. This is where we can actually search for products to manually add to the Stocktake. So let's find Coca-Cola. When you find the item you want to add, just double click on it. The first item that you add to the Stocktake, it will prompt you to create a session. Next, you can enter the counts for the item that you've just opened up. This is adding to the Stocktake manually. Other than adding to a Stocktake manually, you can also use GMMobile. So if you open GMMobile and go into the Stocktake app, the first thing it'll ask you to do is confirm you want to append, which means add to the counts, or overwrite the existing counts. Then we enter our products, either scanning them or typing in the order codes, and then entering the count. I'll add 9 for the Coke. I'll scan this product, and then I'll add a count of 2. So you'll just go through now and add all of the different counts to the Stocktake, and then come back to Smart Retail. So if we click on the Stocktake tab, this shows us what is in the count in the sequence that we counted it. To make a change, we can double click on a row here. We can choose to overwrite the quantity or add a new quantity. So I'll just overwrite this one to 7. So that sets the quantity of that Stocktake to 7 for this item. Additionally, you can also add to a Stocktake by PDE. Maybe you have the Denso PDE or a unit from Metcash. We have to download the file first. So before we download the file, let's go into the PDE and add to the Stocktake. So I'm in APN Stocktake mode here where I can scan barcodes, and now I'll just enter a quantity. Again, you'll just follow this process for each item that you want to add to the Stocktake. When we're finished adding, we need to go and download the file from the PDE. So we'll go and hit download and then confirm, and now we get the PDE ready to send the data. When the back office is sitting there waiting for data from the comport, we go into send and then PC comms. Then we'll select what we want to send, APN item, APN Stocktake. Now hit start and it will transmit the data. When the Stocktake data is successful, that window will close and then you'll see your Stocktake data at the top of the list. With the PDE data selected, we choose whether or not we want to add to the count or overwrite them. So let's just do a preview first, and this will show me that I counted 9 of those Vegemites. I can choose to overwrite my counts or add to, so in this case I'll just add to the counts, but for it to actually apply we need to take the preview tick out and press OK. And this will add those items to the Stocktake. So with that data applied now, if we go back to our Stocktake, our counts will reflect now the PDE data that we've also downloaded. So at this point now you would continue to adding to the Stocktake either manually via GMMobile units or by using the Metcash PDE apps or the Denso PDEs. And when you're finished, we need to print out the valuation report. To do that, we can come into the options menu while we're already in the Stocktake and choose valuation. This will show us all of the items and their counts with a total with the potential sell and the cost and so on. You can use this to export to Excel if you need. You can also, if you want a physical report, come into that main screen and choose the report option. Choose whether or not you want to consolidate the linked items to a single item. And again, you'll get your preview of your stock valuation, which you can then print using one of the standard reports. Here you can see a valuation report, which you can print or email if required. So now when we close these screens, the next thing to do is actually apply the stocktake. So we do that using the apply tick in the actions column. You can specify your options, whether or not you have locations counted in that stocktake and whether or not you want to activate those products. So we'll just hit save to commit the stocktake. The processing of the stocktake will happen in a queue. So down the bottom, you're notified that the stocktake is being applied. Again, while queues are doing those jobs, you can go off and do other things. The next message you'll see is that the stocktake will be complete and it will clear itself from the list. So if we go into item maintenance, we'll go and find one of the products that we scanned in our stocktake. Our craft. Double click on it, and now you'll be able to see the updated quantity on hand that we applied in the stocktake. You can also have a look at the adjustment tab, and this will show you the variance that was applied from doing the stocktake. Lastly, if you have a need to reprint the valuation report, we can just go back into stocktakes and remove the filter, and all of your past stocktakes are seen here. And again, now that that demo stocktake is there and it's completed, we can double click on it and open it, but this is only a read-only view of the stocktake. And you can rerun the valuation report if required. And this will show you the valuation of that stocktake at the time the stocktake was applied.